is once in a century. Be there at Fiserv Forum on December 26th. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com for your tickets to the 100-year tour.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showdown. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
The crunch is on.
What crunch?
Try to get those presents purchased, pal.
I'm so out on forced gift giving.
Why? Who do you have to get a gift for?
Everybody. No, it's just... See, I like giving gifts just on the whim. You know? That's my style. Because most people that you have to get gifts for say, oh, I don't need anything. And I'm one of those guys.
Yeah,
so
Josh, I guess we just got to keep waiting for Chewy to give us a gift on a whim.
But I'll give you an example. We all know Angry, friend of show. Right?
Yeah. Angry, who is one of your neighbors down there in Tampa.
Let me ask you this. Can you be a curmudgeon without being old?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so he's a curmudgeon.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, usually the age has led to you being curmudgeon-y.
Yeah.
But you can hit that at an early age, I would think.
All right,
I feel I'm curmudgeon adjacent. I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, you're trending. You're trending.
No. He's pseudo curmudgeon. No.
What do you mean pseudo?
He can't fix a car or a water heater or things like that. I mean, you got to be able to do that stuff to be a curmudgeon.
Do you?
Yep.
I don't think so.
Angry.
What curmudgeon means? Use
Angry
your little computer there and Google that.
If there was a curmudgeon for technology, that would be you. But Angry can fix anything. He can fix a car. He can fix sprinkler systems. He can do it all.
So I don't think you know what the word curmudgeon means.
No, we're stuck
I
here.
want you to get off my back.
I also can fix a car, by the way.
Yeah, because of the technology. You probably hook your computer into a little thingamajigger and you print it out. And, yeah, anyone can do that. You know? Try putting together a carb.
No.
You know?
When's the last time you did, by the way?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I used to work on tractors with my buddy back home, right? That was my job for a summer. I would take out the cracked cylinders and have to clean
And
it
how
out
long
and
ago?
replace them.
How long ago was that?
I was 17.
Okay.
Hey, I have not put regular gas in my diesel, okay?
Off the top of your head, how long ago was it since you've been 17?
30 years.
Yeah. Well, we'll go with 30. Yeah, let's go with 30.
All right,
I'll give
so
it
here's
to
my
him.
point. In Economwalk, right, the Angries come for a weekend in the summer. Mm-hmm. So there's this secondhand store in Economwalk where me and Ange went in, and for some reason it had a ton of actual Miller Lite coats from the brewery.
Okay.
Old, worn, you could see where it's faded from the nameplate being on it.
Sure,
right?
but they obviously took the nameplate off when they donated it to the store.
And you guys would love them because it was the Miller High Life symbol on the back.
Oh, baby.
My grandfather has a few of those.
So I have one, so I bought one, and I'm like, you know who would love this? Angry.
So you got one for Angry.
Yeah, because it just popped up. That's the kind of gift giving I like. Things that just pop up, and it'd be perfect for this person.
So then did you give that to Angry right away, or are you saving it for some sort of occasion?
No, I gave it to him.
You gave it to him right away?
No, that's why I don't like the forced gift giving. I'm not a fan.
Well, so who do you have to get gifts for? Like, who is on your list of people you have to get gifts for? Obviously, your wife is on this list, especially after the suit incident.
Yeah, the wife,
Although,
the kids.
Because of the suit incident, maybe you don't have as much to, spend on her.
But my wife's one of those don't get me anything type of things. and then Christmas rolls around, and she buys her own stuff, which I do for her. I like Anatech, Gabe. You know I love Anatech, right?
Yeah, type of hood. It's like a lightweight hoodie. So I've got a row back on today, very similar. It's a lightweight hoodie, and yes, they're great.
So they had a ripping sale like first week of December.
Sure.
40% off.
Sure.
I'm like, I'm going to buy a bunch of
Cyber
those.
Monday, yeah.
So they came, and I'm like, you know what? I ain't going to open them now because I don't need them. I'll give them to her to give to me on Christmas. Right? Now, I expect her to do the same thing.
Wait. You're buying your own gifts and then giving them to her and saying, hey, wrap these and put these under the tree with my name on them?
Yes. But here's the difference, Gabe.
Okay.
Like, she does the same thing, but then she can't control her mouth on Christmas because she tells me to do it. She's like, I'll give you an gift. She bought a leather coat. We went to the outlets down here. Outlets down here are awesome. They're really good.
Okay.
So she got a leather coat, and I'm like, hey, just wrap that up for Christmas and say I gave it to you. She's like, okay, that's a good idea. But now on Christmas, she can't hold her mouth because it's in the morning. Nice of you to buy me something. I'm like, so I approach Christmas like I can't win. Which is fine.
I feel most situations you can't win.
That's why the mimosas start. The mimosas on Christmas Day start at 8:30, Gabe.
I just want to get a win for the big guy here. It seems like it's been a while since you've had a win in the household.
Yeah, I
pal.
really haven't.
Like, we got to end the losing streak here. Like,
I
pretty
know.
soon you're going to be. People are going to start comparing you to the Washington Generals.
Yeah. So then with the family, everyone gets a name on Thanksgiving, and you have to spend X amount of dollars for that person, right?
Yeah, so we do a Secret Santa.
So what fun is it? I got Angie's brother, and like, what do you want? He's like, get me a Roomba. You know what a Roomba is?
I'm familiar. I didn't realize Roombas were still like a thing.
I guess they upped the technology with AI and all that, and they're like really good now.
So making a comeback?
Yeah, they map out your house.
But what fun is it? I mean, Gabe, what fun is it? And Josh, what fun of it is it to get a gift that you're getting and open it? You have to do the fake thing.
Oh, thank you so much.
I wanted one of these. Yeah. So I just like the casual gift giving, and there's no reason to give it. You just, give it to someone.
Which I get, right? And I respect. And I do that. Like, I feel like I do that on occasion for my wife. Like, I just see something like, oh, yeah, she would love this. And I grab it and bring it home to her. But I still, like, come up with something to give her. Like, she doesn't know what I've gotten her for Christmas.
Well, I was going to save this for later.
Oh, boy.
I need a input from you two here.
Okay.
Okay.
I got some small stuff for St. Nick. Nothing significant.
See, another made-up holiday.
Very much so.
I never heard of it in Massachusetts. That and Sweetest Day, I had never heard of in my entire life.
So Sweetest Day, I feel like was invented in the 90s.
Yes, that one.
St. Nick's it's a very German thing.
Yes.
So that's why like Wisconsin specifically, not even just a Midwest thing, Chew, like Wisconsin specifically has the tradition of St. Nick's because of the German population.
Because when I was a kid, sorry to derail you here, Joshy, but when I was a kid, Christmas morning, we got the stocking.
Yep.
We got the stocking. And then you open that because you're up at 5 a.m. and then the parents wake up, and then you open the presents. But here, you get the stocking on St. Nick's Day.
Well, again, so now St. Nick's is something different because my family always did like there was something in the stocking for St. Nick's. But a lot of people, because the old tradition is you leave your shoes out, and St. Nick will leave something in the shoes.
Oh, never heard of that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, like gold coin candy and oranges and things of that nature.
So last year,
Josh, you go.
Last year I got something for St. Nick, and I thought, well, now I feel bad. So I got something, got a little gift, a little addition to the mystical man that stops by, and I gave it, and I was instantly informed, oh, I already have this. So that was no big deal to me. What is what it is. I had no way of knowing that this thing was already in possession.
Yeah.
So it was a good gift. It was just a gift I already had, not needed. Now we have an extra. Yesterday, I realized that gift had made its way over to the pile of gifts we are going to be giving to other people.
She's regifting.
And I thought,
Nothing wrong with that.
regifting a gift I gave when I could just return said gift and get it's not like overly expensive. It's like under $20. But there was no conversation about it being regifted and, I don't need this, but X, Y, and Z, this would be a great little addition. And I was wondering, is that out of line? Does there have to be a conversation if a gift you've given somebody who lives in your house is being regifted?
Being regifted less than 3 weeks later, I think. Do I think it's over the line? No. But to steal from Wilde and Tausch, it's in poor taste. It's IPT.
I don't think so. Because I just had the situation because the Angries went away for a week at BVI, and they bought me a nice, the swim shirts or the fishing shirts.
Sure.
Really good one. So I kind of messed up, but because I ripped the tags off of it and stuff, and then put it on, and it was a schmedium, way too tight.
Okay.
But I ripped the tags off, so I'm like, I'll just give it to Dyson for Christmas. But he knows I smell, so I'm going to have to say, look, it was for me. That's why I ripped the tags off. I just put it on to try it on, and it didn't fit.
Sure,
so,
but I also feel...
And it's a very nice one.
Again, I feel like this is something a little bit different because at least someone in your family is still using the gift that somebody outside of your family gave you. Mm-hmm. This is somebody in Josh's household whom he purchased the gift for less than 3 weeks later, after not even talking to Josh about it, is trying to regift it.
Uh-huh.
I think that's fine. I'm big on the regift.
Well, we know you.
No, Joshy, were you hurt?
No, I just thought it was funny, and it was placed in a spot where we're keeping other gifts, so it's not like it was secretive.
Yeah,
it was just there was no announcement of so and so could really use this or this would be great for them. I just because the place I get ready every morning is where the gifts are. It's located in the same room.
Yeah.
And I looked over and I said, that's a new addition over there. That looks like the thing I just got someone in this house.
You want to hear a funny story?
Always.
Funny. So this is probably like my probably third or fourth year with the Packers. Andy would always get son of a buck a Santa outfit. And then he would ask anyone on the team that had young kids.
Sure.
That he'd come pound on the house, and we were supposed to have the kids run over to the window, and they would see him running away and down the street in his Santa outfit.
Would you have to pay for that?
That's kind of cool, isn't it?
That's great.
Huh?
That's great.
Not a good story?
Well, I feel like we're also starting. My problem right now is I feel like we're starting to wander into territory that I don't want to wander into.
Very much so.
Yeah, Josh can explain it to you off the air.
Yeah.
What? What's wrong with that story?
I think it's a fantastic story, Chew. But there are probably people driving their kids to work or driving their kids to school on their way to work.
It's not clicking for him.
Nope. You can explain it to him off the air. Explain it to him off the air.
This was like 9 o'clock at night.
I just turned them off. We're moving on.
No, I know it's 9 o'clock. It's not 9 o'clock at night right now, Chew, is what I'm saying. 7:13 in the morning. His microphone is off. He has no idea. Because he can hear himself, he can hear me. He has no idea that I can't hear him.
In my lifetime.
He's just saying off air that he's never been so lost. You won't be lost when I talk to you off air.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's go to commercial.
Yeah, this has been completely derailed. Had such high hopes for this. We dive into the Packers. Adam Schefter going to be joining us later. What did he just do?
He said, "Oh."
Wow, that went so far over my head.
Hopefully we did a good enough job it went over everyone's head.
Yep, that's what I'm hoping. Okay, maybe this gets erased from the podcast and nobody ever listens to it ever again. Who knows? But we get into Packers Bears next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on a Wendorf Wednesday.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We do have a crash right now on the off-ramp to National Avenue from northbound 894. That's backing things up pretty much into the Hale interchange, as you might expect. Eastbound 94, heavy from before 84th Street to Hawley Road, westbound from 27th, just past Mitchell Boulevard. And then on southbound 41, you got backups from just south of Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. Traffic is brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no-tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 37. Tonight, increasing clouds, rising temperatures, a chance of showers with a low of 34. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
This winter, upgrade your home and your savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows, roofing, siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Get it done now and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our biggest year-end blowout. Call 262-800-4274 or head to extpros.com. Don't wait. These holiday savings melt away fast. Exterior Pros and Baths. Your home upgraded for the holidays.
The president of James Imaging Systems, Tom Tegeter.
As I reflect on the 2025 performance of the James Imaging Systems team, I'm inspired by their power of action, reliable follow-through, and ability to consistently connect with our clients. So thank you for helping our clients grow, profit, and thrive. In addition, I'm humbled by the trust our clients place in the James Imaging Systems expertise to help them succeed, now and in the years to come. As your local business technology partner, I extend my appreciation and gratitude for your ongoing loyalty. Looking forward, I feel that as individuals and as a community, if we display the power of positive action and authentically strive to find common ground, then our local communities will be stronger and our family connections will be secure and enduring. To everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless America.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
College hockey fans, get ready because the ice is heating up in Milwaukee for the Quick Trip Holiday Face-Off. 4 powerhouse programs, 2 action-packed days, 1 champion. It's Wisconsin, Boston College, Lake Superior State, and the defending national champion, Western Michigan. Battling it out December 28th and 29th at Fiserv Forum. Feel every bone-rattling hit and every clutch goal as these elite programs collide for holiday bragging rights. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today at Ticketmaster.com or the Fiserv Forum box office. The Quick Trip Holiday Face-Off. 4 teams, 1 trophy. Who will own the ice?
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I don't know which is which, but here's what I do.
Yes, all right.
I take the plus and I put it to the plus. I take the minus and I put it to the minus.
Yeah, but the jacker things don't have the...
Yeah, they do.
Where?
Sure do. On the handles.
What's a jacker thing? And is it something that your wife keeps in the drawer?
You make jumper cables.
On 94.5 ESPN.
It's a Wendorf Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy at Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber Group. They believe in the human side of real estate, faith, family, friends. They move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate early so their clients win, no matter if it's buying or selling. Get started today, wendorfteam.firstweber.com. DJ in the Saw hits us up on the Carplus Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. Thanks for ruining Christmas, Chew. Now all I've got to keep this as a top 5 holiday is Jesus. Again, from DJ in the Saw. That is a deep cut from DJ. He is a
It
long
is.
time Jen, Gabe, and Chewy listener.
That's on me. But sometimes, don't you guys get, like, you don't realize people are listening? It's just the three of us in a coffee shop? I literally had...
Yeah,
I had no idea what the hell you were talking about.
Yep,
I'm like, what? That's a good story.
We
And
should,
you're looking
we should
at
just
me.
move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to Chew's defense, I think that's...
Yeah, when people come up to me and say, how's Mussolini, you forget that there's thousands of people in the audience refer to your significant other as Mussolini. Sometimes that one's a little shock to the system. It's funny to us, and then it gets said in public. Like, I don't know if I fully weighed out the ramifications of that
before you start. But now here we are.
Yeah.
We're too deep in the bit, Josh.
Yeah.
We can't back
Too
off
late
now. That's
Why
just
do
where
I get
we are.
myself in trouble constantly?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, we got to find a way to get you a win because it feels like it's been a minute since you have gotten one. But I realized something yesterday, Chew. We were talking about with Jason, and we brought this up on Monday as well, because you guys obviously had Reggie, a generational pass rusher in the 90s, and Reggie suffered what was thought to be a season-ending injury against the Cincinnati Bengals in 1995. Now, Reggie eventually came back, played the rest of the season. As you noted, he was still Reggie, but he wasn't quite Reggie, but he was still a very good player. You guys, also in that very same stretch, are dealing with what the Packers are dealing with now. You guys played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You won that game at home.
Yeah.
Then you played the Cincinnati Bengals, the game in which Reggie got hurt. And then you played Tampa Bay again. You played the Buccaneers twice in the matter of 3 weeks. And I was going to ask you what it's like to prepare for that, but apparently you don't remember. This is like the one game in your career you don't remember.
Well, let me tell you. Let me ask you a question, Gabe.
Okay.
Is that the Cincinnati game where I had like 7 catches for 109 and 1 touchdown?
Hold on. Let me open up the box score here from that game. You had 7 for 109 and a touchdown. Yes.
Okay, I kind of know what happened the next week then. I probably didn't even have a catch, or I had 1 for 6 yards.
1 for 12.
Yeah, there you have it. I do not remember that game at all. I remember the Cincinnati game. Does that make me a front-running Jesse?
Yes, it does.
I guess it does.
Well, but the crazy part is that we've been doing this show together since 2019. You and I have been doing a morning show here on ESPN Milwaukee since 2019. And, like, anytime I've brought up just about any game, especially from, like, this era, like 95, 96, 97, when you guys went to 3 straight NFC championship games, went to back-to-back Super Bowls, it seems like you remember every game. So when I was going over this yesterday, I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. Chewy's going to provide us with great information of how they got ready for Tampa the first time, how difficult it was playing without Reggie, but still trying to get ready for a game. And you guys, by the way, the bad news here is you guys did lose to Tampa Bay in overtime, 13-10 on the road.
Now, the only thing I remember possibly about that game, Gabe, is it's the only turnover I had in my career. I fumbled at, like, our 6-yard line. And all I remember is our defense holding them to a field goal. I can't remember if that's the game
I don't think so. The box score that I'm looking at from Pro Football Reference does not have you listed as having fumbled the football.
Okay.
So it might have been a different game.
That's bad.
This was a Sunday. This was a Sunday night game in the Big Sombrero.
Wow. I have no recollection of that game whatsoever. None. And that's bad because we were like the number 2 offense. Maybe not in 95. We are top 10 offense.
95, you guys were 6th in points.
But they had a really good D. I mean, that's no excuse, but they were always known for their defense.
But how do you...
So I get where you're going.
Well, just because this is such a weird scheduling quirk, right? And I know in 93 you guys played Detroit back-to-back, but that was different because you won a game to get into the playoffs, right? And so you played Detroit back-to-back. That happened to the Packers in Aaron Rodgers' second year where they played the Cardinals the last game of the regular season, then played the Cardinals that first game in the playoffs in 2009. But this is it's just such a weird scheduling quirk. I was hoping that you'd be able to help us out of what it's like to prepare. Well, are you doing anything different the first time because you're saving things for that second game, or how you go about that? And then just to have the serendipity of you both losing in between the two key divisional games, your best defensive player, and for you guys, Reggie White, for this year's team, Micah Parsons, like trying to prepare. I was just hoping that you would be able to help us with that. And for whatever reason, this is the one game in your career you don't remember.
I could tell you this: players like playing teams that close together because then you don't have to watch as much film. Because typically you watch the last game you played against them, and then you watch the last 3 games they played against their opponent. So in this case, he didn't have to do as much film study because you do what you do. Okay, you might throw defensively. You might throw in 3 blitz wrinkles.
Okay,
or three D lineman stunt that you have to deal with. But you're not going, if you played cover 2 in the game before, you're not all of a sudden going, now we're going to play cover 3. It's not how it works. You really don't. And offensively, it's the same thing. Especially with a young team. You can't go in and say, okay, I'm going to design 50 new plays for the offense going into this week. That's just not how you do it. You switch things formationally, and you have wrinkles, you know. It's more of a chess match. It's like, okay, how are they going to defend us? That's like them going into this week against Chicago. They have to be going, okay, I don't think if Watson plays, I don't think they're stupid enough to single up Watson again.
Sure.
And go cover 0 or, some of the other long plays that they had, they kind of steer away from that. Now, they'll have other wrinkles. But I'd be shocked if they do that again. And Dennis Allen is a good. Where did he cut his teeth? He's a good coordinator. Was he in?
I know
Buffalo or Philly.
I mean, he's been all over the place.
Just the Saints head coach.
He was most recently the Saints head coach.
But he's a good coordinator.
Man, he was a head coach somewhere else before that. Let me take a look.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the Raiders head coach.
The Raiders. Okay.
From 2012 to 2014.
Yeah.
Defensive coordinator in New Orleans. Secondary coach in New Orleans, defensive coordinator for the Broncos. Then he became the defensive coordinator for New Orleans before he was bumped up to head coach, and now he's back to being the DC for the Bears.
I think their approach, Gabe, is going to be, look, Parsons out, clearly their best defensive player. We scored 21 against them on the road. They're looking to score more than that. So my guess is Ben Johnson's going into Allen's and saying, look, you don't have to do anything crazy, okay? Have your wrinkles and things like that, but let's not give up the cheapies for 60 yards, for 40 yards, and things like that. If they're going to score, let's make them earn it. And in the end, I think we can win in the shootout. I really think that's how they're
But that's the problem. This team can't generate a pass rush. The reason why they found themselves in man-to-man is because they try to blitz from time to time to generate a pass rush.
Gabe,
because you can't just let anybody sit back there. Like any quarterback in the NFL that you give time to, they're going to carve up any sort of zone that you have.
I know, but say whatever you want about the Cleveland Browns. Okay? Cleveland Browns beat the Packers eons ago, but they're still a top 10 defense or a top whatever defense, and they scored 31.
If you watch that game, Chew, that team gave up. The Browns have given up.
Why are you so confident in this game?
I'm not. I'm just telling you.
You are.
I'm telling you I watched the Browns.
Put it on the poll. Is Gabe overconfident coming into this Bears game?
I'm just telling you, because you want to bring up, the Browns beat the Packers how many ever years ago?
No.
I don't care about that because the Browns, I watched that game, Drew. The Browns gave up. The only player, there were 2 players I thought that were trying hard. Shador and Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
That's it. That's the list.
Yeah.
The Browns gave up in that game, so I don't take anything from it.
Well, I take the fact that the Bears are going to have a ton of confidence coming into this game.
And it's crazy that you want to go, the Bears, and then when the Packers are playing the Lions and the Packers beat the Lions to open up the season, you wanted to discount the Lions game.
Gabe, we lose Reggie against Cincinnati. What happened the next week?
You tell me, Chew.
We lost.
You don't even remember it.
We scored 13 points.
The only reason you know that is because I told you.
Fair. I had a good game against Cincinnati, though.
He had a really good game. Adam Schefter joining us next on a Wendorf Wednesday.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Problems on the bypass. We do have a crash on northbound 894 just north of the Hale interchange. Left lane's blocked. So that means we've got backups coming from the county line on the Rock Freeway northbound into the Hale, and then westbound on 894 backing up from before Loomis all the way into the Hale. We've also got a crash on the off-ramp to National Avenue from northbound 894. Other than that, some backups along southbound 43 kicking in. We've got a broken down vehicle just past Locust. So we got delays from Keefe down to that point. Westbound 94 backing up from about 20th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side's backed up from 92nd Street to Holly Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny with a high of 37. Tonight, increasing clouds with some rising temperatures. A chance for showers, a low of 34. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This season, give gifts that are always a win. Island Resort and Casino gift cards, gaming and dining, poolside fun, and overnight stays. Gift cards unlock endless island adventures, like championship golf rounds on Sweetgrass and Sage Run, a blissful escape to the Drift Spa, and an unforgettable evening in the Island Showroom. To buy Island Resort and Casino gift cards, stop by the Island Club or call 877-ISL-SHOW now.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Smart 18 knows that success takes teamwork. With top-level training, healthcare, and retirement plans, Smart Local 18 gives you the tools to win on and off the job site. Visit smart18.org and join the team that builds America.
Retail stores may be easy to shop at, but nothing beats a gift that lasts. Give the gift of basketball with Precision Sports Services. Get 10% off any basketball hoop and installation package now through the end of the year. Premium products, professional in-house installation. Visit Precision Sports Services and make your holidays a slam dunk.
The holiday season is here, and the countdown to 2026 has begun at Lake Lawn Resort. With all the holiday stress happening these days, imagine waking up next to a cozy fire in your own private suite along the shoreline of Delavan Lake. Enjoy much-deserved pampering at the award-winning Caladora Spa and special holiday dining options throughout the resort all month long, including at the signature 1878 on the lake. Book your holiday escape today, and don't forget to purchase those last-minute gift cards and receive free bonus money at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything is truly better at the lake.
The holidays are here, and I don't know about you, but for our family, that means more time spent inside the house entertaining family and friends.
Hi, we're Mike and Michelle, owners of Professional Construction. You know what, Michelle? You're right. This year, forget those boring gifts. No more blenders, no more socks.
How about this year, you give yourself that brand new kitchen or the basement rec room so the kids have a space to call their own.
No matter the project, you can count on us.
Happy holidays from all of us at Professional Construction, Inc.
Transform the way you do business with Fifth Third Bank's Commercial Payments Solutions. Our market expertise and managed services streamline your entire payment process, seamlessly integrating with your existing systems to give you unparalleled control. Discover new revenue sources, save time, reduce operating costs, and boost your bottom line with our customized payment solutions. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. 2 big games, one electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list and get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
everyone's go-to source for all NFL news.
And we're going to get right to some breaking news here that just came down. This tweet from Adam Schefter.
Adam's on the phone.
Okay,
Adam, you have more news? What do you got?
They're going with another move, and he was the man who knows all, Adam Schefter.
And Joshy's biggest fan.
It's nice to see Josh at the big boy table. Thank you, everybody. Keep up the good work, Josh.
It's ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter on JGC is sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union.
Adam Schefter is brought to us by our friends at Tony Wendorf and Associates. Just like the moves made in the pros, Tony Wendorf and Associates, First Weber Group, help people make their own big moves every day. Trust and knowledge, superior service. They're the real estate MVPs of Wisconsin. Always love catching up with Adam Schefter each and every Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, gentlemen. What is going on?
I think
we're trying to stay positive here.
Still licking the wounds a little bit after the Micah Parsons injury. Just how tough is that for the NFL to see two of their top stars in Patrick Mahomes and Micah Parsons go down on the same day with an ACL injury?
I'll say this. On Sunday afternoon, Mahomes goes down. I'm making a bunch of calls. I always like to just sit back and watch the games. Sometimes work beckons. Hopefully that's not the case. On this particular Sunday, unfortunately, it was. So I'm on the phone. I'm making calls. I'm kind of watching the games as I'm on the phone. And all of a sudden I see Micah, and I'm like, oh, my God. This guy just tore his ACL. Oh, my God. Like, you knew it right away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially once they showed that end zone camera with his knee bending the way it bent. Like, you knew without a doubt.
And then, like, a few minutes later, Puka went down. Now, fortunately, that turned out to be nothing. Puka Nacua, and then Devontae Adams went. I'm like, what's on here? Like, now, some of those obviously were way more catastrophic than others. But any day that you lose Patrick Mahomes and Micah Parsons, two of the single best players in the National Football League, two of the best athletes in the world, that's a dark day. Like, I don't care what else happens that day. It's hard to muster the excitement that Buffalo's back in it and the Rams are playing great football and the Broncos won their 11th straight. Like, it just casts a cloud over everything to me. It's sad.
Adam, after losing clearly his best player, you think these next three games are going to be an audition for Jeff Hafley in a head coaching job? You think they'll hold it against him if he doesn't do well here?
No, I think he's a head coaching candidate, period, no matter what happens these remaining three games. And he's go in and knock somebody's socks off, or he's not. And they're going to really like him, or they're not. But he's going to be a candidate that I think is one of the central candidates. Doesn't mean he gets a job. He might not. I don't need anything in the final three games or the postseason to change my mind about the fact that there's somebody who gets it, who, again, will be a head coach at some point in the future.
Adam, as we continue to kind of gear up and get closer to that 2031 deadline for the CBA, everybody was always assumed in the NFL, once you added a 17th game, it almost felt like a formality of, okay, eventually they're going to add an 18th game. Yeah. But do you think, again, kind of going back to, and it's not just Micah and it's not just Patrick Mahomes, but this year 309 players placed on IR through 15 weeks of the regular season. Last year was 319, and that's way up from 2023 when it was 274 through this many games of the season. Do you think there's any chance the players band together and can actually unify and try to push back on an 18th game? Or is that just going to be a foregone conclusion that the 18th game is going to come?
I've always thought that it was a foregone conclusion. Again, I think it merits discussion. I think all your points are valid. The injury concerns are fair. When you're coming off a week like this, you say, we're going to do this again for an extra week?
Yeah.
Really? But here's what's going to happen in the end. There's going to be so much money involved. And they're going to amp the schedule. And Chewy, just think about when you were a player. If I had come along to you, let's just say a member of the NFL or the NFLPA, and I come to you and I say, okay, under the current structure, you're playing 17 games and getting one bye week. Okay? Here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it 18 games, but you're going to have 2 bye weeks, and there's going to be a lot more money. Would you do 18-2 over 17-1 with a lot of money. And I think
it's all about the money, Adam, right? Especially if there's a lot of it.
Right?
Yeah. But, Adam, how do they adjust contracts, though? Let's say, because I sign a contract to play 17 games and it's a 3-year deal. The next year it goes to 18 games. How does that work contractually?
That's a very forward-thinking question, but we're talking about something for 2031. We're in the year 2025, and we're not there yet.
Sure.
Right? I think there'll probably start to be clauses that say that this gets prorated over time, so that if you're getting paid, I'm making this up, $17 million a year, it becomes $8 million over an 18 game.
I gotcha. Okay.
That's what. In fact, it'd be very simple for them to just say, retroactive, all contracts will be adjusted pro rata, if there's such a word that exists. I don't even know. And again, to use my $17 million analogy, because it's nice and simple and rounded out for all of us idiots. Like, okay, the 17-game season just became 18 games. You just made 1/17 or 1/18 more. We're going to adjust you $1 million, right?
Yeah, sure. I got you.
Adam Schefter brought to you by the Island Resort and Casino, premier resort destination, largest north of Milwaukee. With everything you like to do in one awesome location, visit islandresortandcasino.com and book your total experience today. There's a huge game tomorrow night in the NFC. You have Rams, Seahawks. You mentioned Devontae, former Green Bay Packer, kind of tweaked the hamstring in their win over the Lions on Sunday. What are the chances he plays, and how big could that be? Because the number one seed, again, the winner of that division, it's kind of like it was in the North last year, Adam. Now, this game ended up happening in Week 18 for the NFC North last year, where the winner gets that number one seed in a bye, and the loser falls all the way down to the wild card. A lot on the line tomorrow. Do you think Devontae is going to be able to go?
My guess is no, but I don't think it's out of the question just yet. I don't think he'll be out there in the end. I think it's ambitious to ask a guy that aggravated his hamstring injury on Sunday to play Thursday night, but it's a huge game with huge stakes, and he's a tough guy. And I saw Rashee Rice on a Sunday go down with a hamstring injury at the end of the game. He couldn't walk, and then he's playing Thanksgiving Day against Dallas, right? So my guess today would be no, he doesn't play, but let's see how the next 24 hours go.
Adam, who's the best team in the AFC? I mean, Denver, had a nice win for their resume. And that's the best probably their offense has played, and especially Bo Nix, all year. Would you say they're the top dog? Or Buffalo's looks good with their win over New England?
Yeah. Here's what I would say to that. I don't know if there's one team that stands out above the others. So to me, I could make an argument for Denver. I could make an argument for New England. I can make an argument for Buffalo because it has the best player in football. And I can make an argument for Houston with its defense. I can make an argument for Houston. Okay? So I think it's pretty wide open. And it's interesting. And I talked about this in my podcast today. But I always say fantasy football and fantasy golf and fantasy sports, they mean nothing and they mean everything. Isn't that right, Gabe?
Yep.
That and power nothing. Rankings.
No, those mean nothing. Those mean nothing. Okay, fantasy sports mean nothing, and they mean everything because the people who play them, I'm just telling you, it is the most important thing in the world at that time. I feel very similar about Josh Allen in this sense. He's got the easiest path he's ever had to the Super Bowl because there's no Mahomes and no Burrow, maybe no Lamar. But he's got the toughest path he's ever had because he's probably going to have to win 3 straight road games. So it's the easiest, and the fantasy means nothing and everything. It's the easiest and it's the best analogy I could use at this point in time with Josh Allen. And there have been 2 other quarterbacks this century, 2 that have taken wild card teams to the Super Bowl. Do you know those 2 quarterbacks? Got a guess for me?
Okay, so what was the first part of it? What was the first qualifier?
2 quarterbacks this century have led their teams to the Super Bowl, the wild card route. 2 of them.
So what would that be? Aaron Rodgers and Eli?
Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
What year was Brady?
With Tampa.
With Tampa. They didn't win the division that year. They didn't win the division that year, Chew, when they came into Green Bay and won.
I was thinking New England. Yeah, wow. That's good trivia.
So anyway, the point is, you're talking about Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, like all-time greats. Does Josh Allen fit with us? He does.
That would certainly launch him up there. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, one of his pals, Alan Lazard, no longer a Jet. Is anybody going to try to pick him up for a stretch run, or do you think Alan Lazard just kind of hangs out there?
I hadn't even checked. I mean, Alan Lazard, maybe a steal. I mean, on the list of things you could have asked me, I was not expecting Alan.
You were not expecting Alan Lazard?
I mean, if it's anywhere, it's Pittsburgh.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what I assumed. I mean, he's been one of A-Rod's guys before.
You'd ask me about Josh before you'd ask me about Alan Lazard here, but no, I was.
Adam, since you're wearing the shirt with all that's gone on at Michigan, are you hearing anything on potential candidates for the next head coach?
I do not have any specific knowledge at all, but I've heard the same names that everybody else does. Like, you hear a lot of Kalen DeBoer talk. You hear a lot of Kenny Dillingham talk. You hear a lot of Clark Lee talk. All I could say is I think in the end, it'll be one of those guys. I don't know which one, but
why are they trying to get DeBoer out of Alabama? I don't. Well, I mean, he was up the Penn State job and now the Michigan job. I mean, isn't Alabama the place to be?
Again, this is not my jurisdiction. These questions are better off being answered by Pete Thamel. But from what I gather, didn't it sound like that if Kalen DeBoer didn't win the Iron Bowl against Auburn, that there was a chance he was going to be out?
Correct.
It didn't sound, isn't that right?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? So I don't know how firm his standing is in Alabama.
Okay.
So if there's a program like Michigan that wants you and you can go get out before you're tossed out. And by the way, like I think it's as much that as anything else from what I gather, my outside perspective.
Yeah.
Adam, before we let you go, because we won't be talking to you next Wednesday, we will not have a show on Christmas Eve. Do you have any holiday traditions in the Schefter household that you guys try to do?
Yeah, always work for Christmas, always work for New Year's, always work with.
Okay, so work is that's the tradition, the holiday tradition for Adam Schefter.
It never fails. It's an amazing thing. I've done this job since 1990, so it's 36 years, and I've worked every Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and by the way, it's a blessing, but that's the way that my world is operated, and I know that I wouldn't trade for anything, but some people get to just shut it all off and go enjoy it. It's just never like that. As they
especially
say in
with
NFL,
the NFL's not stopping on Christmas anytime soon.
As they say in the NFL world, there's only one holiday in the NFL. July 4th. That's the only holiday that in the NFL. True. It really is true. So if you want to ask me how I plan to celebrate July 4th with my family this year, we're going to start making plans for it. It's a big holiday coming up.
All right. When you talk to you in June, Adam, I'll make sure that I ask about your July 4th plans, and we'll start planning those with you. But we always appreciate you, my friend. I look forward to talking to you in a couple of weeks. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Hey, guys. Thank you for having me today. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you, to everybody out there. Appreciate being with you all the time every Wednesday. Thank you very much.
Adam Schefter joins us each and every Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. And whether it's HVAC, sheet metal, or welding, Smart 18 members are trained to be the best in the business with top-tier wages, unbeatable benefits, and a lifelong career support. It's not just a job, it's a career. Learn more, smart18.org, and start building your future today.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
This season, give gifts that are always a win. Island Resort and Casino gift cards, gaming and dining, poolside fun, and overnight stays. Gift cards unlock endless island adventures, like championship golf rounds on Sweetgrass and Sage Run, a blissful escape to the Drift Spa, and an unforgettable evening in the Island Showroom. To buy Island Resort and Casino gift cards, stop by the Island Club or call 877-ISL-SHOW now.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
St. Nick meets St. Kate. The holidays are in full swing at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines a little brighter. Browse unique gifts at the holiday marketplace, gather for unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining, and of course, don't miss Brunch with Santa, a family favorite filled with joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all the details.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Well, for the second time in 3 weeks, it is Bears Week for the Green Bay Packers as the 9-4-1 Packers head to Soldier Field to take on the first place 10-4 Bears. Head coach Matt LaFleur understands what's on the line Saturday night.
You know, we all know the magnitude of this game. It's going to be a great challenge for us in their house. Just saw them 2 weeks ago, so that should be pretty exciting.
The Packers with a laundry list of injuries, and it's going to be a challenge for several key players, including wide receiver Christian Watson, offensive tackle Zach Tom, and safety Evan Williams, who LaFleur described as true game-time decisions.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank, member FDIC.
Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Gabe, it'll change your life. Any barbecue you ate for the rest of your life will be measured against Buc-ee's.
On 94.5 ESPN.
If you guys are still thinking sweater, candles, and that same old gift, upgrade it with a $2,000 Jewelry Center gift certificate. You can enter now. GoodKarmaBrands.com/Wisconsin contests. GoodKarmaBrands.com/Wisconsin contests to win $2,000 in Jewelry Center gift certificate. No purchase necessary. Contest ends December 23rd. Rules online. How about that, Chew, huh? Our guy, Dean?
The dancing machine? I talked to Dino yesterday or the day before. He's hooking my guy up with a little present. Dino, you know what? You text Dino. I swear he got back to me 3 minutes. During the holiday season at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's why the Jewelry Center is the best. Because their people are the best, and they are always going to take care of you.
Yes.
And again, imagine what you could do with $2,000 at the Jewelry Center. I promise you that wouldn't get regifted, Joshy. Would end up in the regift pile.
Well, who knows? I don't know what the gift is.
I already got one of these, so let's just go ahead and throw it in the regift pile over here. Somebody else could potentially use one of these. So, Chew, I got to imagine at this point, because you have, over the years made comments about how, you guys played through a lot of different injuries and everything. I got to imagine at this point, Josh Jacobs is your favorite current player.
Yeah, he's a beast.
The way that this guy just continues to grind.
Yeah.
Here is what he said yesterday, Chew. Because, again, he continues to bang up the knee, but he continues to play through it. Here's what he said yesterday about playing against the Bears on Saturday.
I mean, if it's up to me, for sure I'm gonna try to go. I think it's harder to watch games than it is to play hurt. So for me, I'd rather try to contribute in some type of fashion, even if it's in a limited fashion, than just sit there and watch the whole time. So I've always had that kind of mindset.
By the way, after his knee was hit, he ended up having his longest touchdown run of the season in that game against the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, back in everyone knows about Brett.
Yep.
Everyone knows about the Chicago game on crutches, goes out and throws for 4 touchdowns. Everyone knows about Brett's toughness. But I tell you what, towards the end of the year, when I was feeling beat up or Frankie was feeling beat up or whoever it was, and we'd come in and see Dorsey, Levens, Dorse the horse, who could barely walk, I can actually say I would literally feel bad for him. Just the beatings that running backs take is it's the worst on the field. I mean, it really is. I mean, you think of how many shots, how many times they're being tackled. Because you look at receivers, right? Receivers may take a monster hit, but they're only taking one. The quarterback is a statue at times back there and is getting hit. But you're talking a running back that's running downhill against a D lineman or a linebacker or a safety, and force is meeting force.
Well, not only that, June, even when they don't have the ball, think about when they have to pick up that free runner.
Blitz pickup.
On a blitz pickup. That's usually a pretty big collision, too.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just remember those days of Dorse coming in and being like, oh, my God. Like the 10-man, you'd have to oil every one of his joints just to get him able to practice. And they never complain about it. That's the thing. They never – I'm talking the grinders.
Yeah.
And Josh Jacob is a grinder. Dorsey Levens, a grinder. Amon Green, a grinder.
Well, it's just one of those things, Joe. I just feel like what he said there probably resonated with you, maybe more than anything any current player has ever said, about how it's harder for him to be on the sidelines and watch than it is to try to play hurt.
I can't remember if it was him or LaFleur. One of them said basically those two get into fights about if he should be practicing more and if he should. Yeah. Because Josh wants to be involved in everything.
Yes.
And Matt's saying, hey, man, I love it. Thank you. But we've got bigger plans for you than a Wednesday practice.
I think, and we'll see what happens the rest of this week in terms of him practicing. I mean, yesterday he would have been a non-participant, but it was just a walkthrough, so it wasn't that big of a deal yesterday.
But
I'm in favor of putting him on the Sterling plan, the Charles Woodson plan. Like, Josh Jacobs does not need to practice. Chad Clifton. He's one of those guys, too, that just doesn't need to practice throughout the course of the week. Try to get as healthy as you can because we know it's going to bother you the rest of the season. Give it as much rest as you can, and then just give it your all on, I guess, this week Saturday, most weeks Sunday.
The crazy thing is, when I was coaching little Pop Warner football, tackle football early on, every kid wanted to be a running back, right?
Yeah.
Every kid wanted to be a running back. If a parent came up to me today and had a talented kid and said, hey, what position should my son play? The last position I would say is running back. Because not only do they get the crap beat out of them, they don't get paid anymore.
Very few do. They
really don't get paid. So it's just crazy. And this, you know what? And I'm not, this is get off my front yard. I played in the 90s type of thing. And I look at guys and I appreciate guys like this. There aren't many guys that are. I mean, we talk about, Jason would talk about Elton Jenkins. Because I was surprised, in training camp when he was just looking, he wasn't looking for more money. He was just looking for guaranteed money.
Correct.
And I thought he possibly might have sat out and said, no, I'm not going to do this. Another grinder. Another grinder. I love those guys.
I think Zach Tom's been one of those guys over the years for the Packers.
Yeah,
I mean, the
Zach
dude
Tom.
foolishly tried to play with the oblique injury, against Cleveland, and he lasted a single play. Shocker of all shockers.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's been, and I think that's a good thing, I think, for the young guys, because you see the veteran leadership of Josh Jacobs, of Zach Tom. Elton, I doubt, is here after this season, but I think that has a lasting impact of guys of, hey.
It does, because I'll tell you why.
Part of being professional is trying to play through this.
Guys like myself would look at like Brett or a Dorsey and like on crutches and then playing Friday. And I'm going to sit out with this. I mean, I can't tell you how many guys would be like, no, I'm playing. If that guy's playing, then I'm playing. I don't think that happens a lot today. So it's refreshing to see.
We want to hear from you. The Packers are favored heading into their game in Chicago. Do you agree? Do you disagree? That's in 2 minutes. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Backups along southbound 43, south of Silver Spring, all the way down to Locust. On the northbound side, we've got backups from Kilbourne all the way up past Locust as well. On 4394, we've got delays out of the Mitchell interchange around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. Westbound on 894, backups from the Mitchell pretty much all the way to 60th Street. We've got eastbound 94 backing up from 92nd Street to out Holly Road. The westbound side's going to be slowing from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 37. Tonight, increasing clouds, rising temperatures, a chance of showers, a low of 34. This holiday season, escape the hustle and bustle at Lake Lawn Resort. From spa days to holiday events, it's where the spirit of the season comes to life. Book your getaway today at lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
If you're looking for reliable transportation this holiday season, AccuTrans is a veteran-owned business dedicated to providing unmatched corporate, personal, and event-related transportation that you will use again and again. From corporate travel and weddings to group events, AccuTrans Group caters to every occasion. You got a holiday party coming up? Maybe you don't want to drive? AccuTrans Group can handle the transportation for you. Just visit their website. It's AccuTransGroup.com to get a quote or book a reservation today. That's AccuTransGroup.com for reliable and safe transportation.
Selling your home during winter may surprise you. Serious buyers are still out there and often more eager to move.
Homes get strong offers this time of year, and with less competition, your listing can really shine.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. Our team leads with faith, gratitude, and giving back, donating over $200,000 to local causes since 2020.
Tony Wendorf & Associates is ready to get to work for you with our white glove selling experience. Just search online, Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Showdown. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Shamara. Here's Jen Latta.
It is a Wendorf Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy at Tony Wendorf & Associates, First Weber Group. They believe in the human side of real estate. Faith, family, friends. They move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so their clients win, no matter if it's buying or selling. Get started today. WendorfTeam.firstweber.com. And the Wendorf, it's going to be Wendorf Wednesday all the way into 2026. The Wendorf team on for another year here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. So your buddy Tony is going to be with us, Chew,
That's
all
what I hear.
2026.
Did I get ixnayed with Reeds?
Well, I mean, that's a question for Josh.
Huh?
He wants to know
Finish your statement.
Did I get ixnayed with Reeds?
Well, you've had some struggles.
I don't think they're struggles. I think it just adds a little bit more to it when you don't do it perfectly.
If you'd like to do some, I can happily give you more.
I'll
See?
He wants to be asked. He doesn't want to have to ask himself.
I'm sure Tony would love if you did some. But you're you. Sometimes it ends up getting sung. Sometimes we mess up some words. We strayed away from Wendorf because you had a little problem with the URL. It was a bugaboo.
Oh, the dot. It just doesn't flow. That's who writes those things? Because I got to have a talk with them.
What do you mean who writes that? It's just it's literally the website. Like WendorfTeam.firstweber.com. That's the website you have to go to access.
It's
Wendorf
because
Team.
Chewy thinks if there's a dot, the com always needs to follow.
Correct.
Yes, it does.
That's his big hang up.
So that has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with the team here or even the team. Like that's just the way the website is, and that's the way they have to. Again, we want to know. We want to make sure people who are looking to buy a house, sell a house,
I know,
are going to the right
Gabe.
website.
But I don't think there's any more .gov or .net. It's all .com. Those kind of went away.
They're
.gov still very much alive.
Yes,
very much alive.
Same with .edu.
Yep.
.net.
I mean, I haven't seen as many .nets, but they're still out there.
Uh-huh.
They're still
It's
out
like
there.
Google. Who uses another search engine other than Google? You know what I mean? It's just like, it ain't
A lot of
cool.
that's going
Put it
towards
that way.
like ChatGPT and those services.
I've never used it. Don't want to know. Don't care. I'm my own AI. I don't need AI. I've been ahead of the curve.
You're the most behind the curve guy to ever exist.
Yeah, but it's eventually going to come back around because history repeats itself.
Wait. What do you mean it's going to eventually come back around?
AI's going to just like fizzle out. It's kind of a fad. Why do you guys use that crap a lot? Like for what? Like what would you use for ChatGPT?
Chat GPT. It's P in the middle.
Really?
Josh uses it on a regular basis to kind of organize, the sheet that we have when we talk before the show. So I know that's how Josh uses it.
I organized it also to help with our YouTube and to help with our podcasting to try and make sure we can maximize our viewers. I use it to professionalize emails, things that I have to send to full groups of people. Because sometimes even proofreading yourself can miss some things. So
that is the only thing I would have used it for. Is writing papers for me in school.
Well, that's what all the kids are, and that's why they're all getting dumber.
Am I seeing correct? A lot of places are trying to go to like oral exams now to avoid the whole AI and using ChatGPT.
Uh-huh. Correct.
I think they should. I think they should go back to the Socratic method, which I had to be a part of.
For those of us who didn't have to participate in the Socratic method, what is the Socratic method?
It's they ask you questions right in the middle of class. Now, granted, I didn't go to a lot of classes, but when I did, I participated. Oh, don't act like you guys went to class every single time. Please, don't do that to me.
I'm willing to bet I went to more class than you.
There was one class I went to twice.
You mean in the same day?
No, the whole semester.
Accidentally went twice.
I took the midterm and I took the final.
How'd that go?
It went good. I had a good friend sitting next to me.
Okay, all right. Now we're starting to see what happened there at Boston College.
And then, Gabe, they enacted the pitchers, let's act like catchers. You know what that means?
No.
Take the hat and turn it around.
Oh, okay.
That put a monkey wrench in my education.
Because you put the head down with the brim of the hat.
Yeah.
Kind of hide your eyes before your eyes are wandering.
I'm an adapter. That's why, like coyotes, I'll be one of the last things on this earth because I adapt. Like I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, you have no shot. None. Because you can't eat bugs. You can't hunt. You know?
I'm willing to bet that you're in a life or death situation, in an apocalyptic situation. Yes, I think you can survive, but I think that your wife would change some of her stances on the things you just listed if it's an apocalyptic situation.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think you're capable of giving up the NFL boy life that you're leading.
That's fair.
Yeah, maybe that 17-year-old kid that used to, work on cars and trucks and tractors back in the day. Maybe that guy could survive the apocalypse.
You might have to go down to drinking bagged wine.
Do you guys
no
remember
more fancy lines?
Hold on. Do you guys remember the doomsday? Like my parents were. I obviously grew up in the 70s.
Yeah.
Where there was a threat of nuclear war. I remember water in the basement. I remember canned food. I remember.
I thought you said watering the basement. Water in the basement.
Water in the basement.
Yes, gotcha.
You guys don't.
No.
When I was in school, they used to, and I lived in Massachusetts, obviously. I can tell you this, there's no tornadoes in Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. So we had the symbol. Remember the nuclear symbol?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Fallout on our school. No one really knew what it was. But then we do these, there's a tornado drill. Get under your desk. You guys weren't a part of that.
No, I mean, we did those regularly.
Yeah, we did tornado. It was an actual tornado.
Well, there's tornadoes in Wisconsin.
Yeah, correct. Yes. Like that would be a part of one of the things
we did not
do.
have the nuclear holocaust get under the desk thing. No, we did
Yeah.
not have that. But we did have Y2K. That was a craze. People were
Did
really
you guys
storing
believe in that? That was the biggest scam ever.
I mean, I think
I
was 13 years old.
I think most people didn't really think it would happen, but since everyone else was doing it, you're like, well, I might as well have something.
You know who the craziest person on the team was when it came to that?
About Y2K?
Reggie?
Yeah.
Reggie?
Nope. Robert Brooks.
Huh. Really?
Robert was going to convert, I think, because Robert, 87 to 89, not far away. I thought Robert was going to convert all of his money into gold. He literally thought it was going to happen.
Again, like, I remember Y2K, but at 13 years old, like, how much is this really, you're not thinking it's going to affect you.
What was supposed to happen? I don't even remember what was supposed to happen.
So on all the computers, it has if you go to your computer now, it's got the date on the bottom, 12/27/2025.
Yeah.
But back in the day, a lot of those computers, if it had the date on the bottom, it would just be 12/17/99, right? So it wouldn't be 1999. So the thought was, once you hit the year 2000, a lot of those computers would just roll over to zero, and the computer wouldn't know what to do. It wouldn't think that it's the year 2000, and it would think it's the year 1900, and now all these transactions that are in there technically never happened. And they thought there's just all these, different technological things would be just send us back to the Stone Ages.
Y2K might be one of the most misremembered thing because the government and companies spent literally billions of dollars to avoid it because they saw the issue coming. And were able to get in front of it. But had it not, it would have been disastrous.
It would have been catastrophic.
Yes, and there was some failure. Some things did go wrong, but they were able to be mitigated relatively quickly, and it wasn't the complete fallout that everyone had expected.
Yeah, I think it ended up being a panic because they realized there was a problem.
Yes.
And by the way, maybe one of those things they should have kept a little quieter.
Yeah.
I
think you also need to stress to everyone though, hey, if you could be affected by this, you better take notice.
Yeah, I suppose. But like you said, the government did spend a lot of money to avoid any sort of disaster. And 1/1/2000, Y2K came and went, and as Josh mentioned, not a lot of things happened.
Big nothing burger. I was kind of looking forward to it too.
What were you looking forward to?
Drama.
Not getting your NFL check?
I don't know. It was a big nothing burger. I don't like nothing burgers. I like stuff happening, Gabe. I'm a mover and a shaker.
Yeah. But this one, had something happened, you would have been one of the people who affected the most.
Yeah, but eventually we'd go back to my strong suit, which would be like the Stone Age. I would flourish.
See, you say that, but in all reality, you have flourished here and now.
Nah, not really, because I don't. I'm done with technology.
Look, I understand you're not perfect, but I think it's hard to disagree with the fact that you have flourished in the era in which you lived.
Where do you get stamps? My wife asked me to get stamps today. Where do I get
the
stamps?
Post office.
I don't want to go there. There's got to be another place that sells stamps.
You just go to the Why would
some grocery stores do? I think.
Yeah, you can get the forever stamps at some grocery stores, but why would you not just stop at the post office?
Because I have to stand in line, Gabe, 12 deep just to get stupid stamps, and it'd take me an hour. There's got to be a quicker way to do it.
It will not take you an hour to get stamps.
The last time I needed stamps, which I believe I was sending for wedding invitations, thank yous, things of that nature, there was nobody in the post office. Yeah, I walked in and went, hey, I would like some stamps. Here's some money. And they gave me all the stamps that I needed.
Post offices are quite abundant.
Hold on. I got to go to the UPS store today. You think they'll have them?
Probably.
No, that's a competitor, though. No, they're not going to. They're competitors. They're not going to sell their stuff. They're not. How did we get here? I have a feeling it has something to do with me.
Oh, really? Really? I mean, the self-awareness.
Josh, why would you think UPS would sell stamps?
Because they're a shipping place.
So is the post office.
Yeah, but
they don't have an adversarial relationship. It's not like the mailman sees the UPS go by and they slash their tires.
Do you guys know how to change a tire? Do you know how to change a tire?
I have changed way too many tires in my life.
Countless tires.
The run of luck that I have had with tires and vehicles, it is not.
Gabe, would you try
good.
if there was someone on the side of the road who had a flat tire? You seem like the person that would stop and help them fix it.
It depends upon the situation. If I got somewhere to be.
Okay.
But if they look like they've got it like. If they're
control?
like if they're already jacking the car up, like there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Like other than stop and go, oh, so you got a flat tire there, and just annoy the person by stating the obvious. Yeah. Well, what was your first clue that I've got a flat tire? Because you don't want to be that guy either. You want to help, but you don't want to be, oh, what do you got over here?
Captain Obvious.
You want to avoid that. All right, I wanted to talk about Packers-Bears, Packers being favored. We'll dive into that coming up next here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. But I do want to tell you about our friends at Events by Design, because you can boost culture with captivating corporate events like appreciation parties, brand activations, and more. The creative team at Events by Design truly enjoys the work that they do. They do so many different things that you're probably not even aware of. If you went to a night market at all this past summer, right outside of us in our Gruber Law Office Studios on Wisconsin Avenue, they helped with that. They helped boost that event because of everything that they can do. They can put on the event. They can help and be support for an event. Anything in between, big or small, Events by Design can help you, because for over 25 years, Events by Design has been helping companies execute successful events. Just search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Well, we've got an issue on 41 northbound, just past Appleton Avenue. There's some debris in the lanes. I'm not quite sure which lane, but they're saying they might have to close some off. So just heads up with that. Southbound is going to be backed up from Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. Then we've also got the northbound backup, as usual, from Mayfair Road up to Hampton. Southbound 43 backing up from Hampton all the way down to Locust, the northbound side. We've got backups through the Marquette all the way up to Locust. We do have that broken down vehicle kind of blocking that off ramp to Port Washington Road. This is north of the county line in Ozaukee County. Westbound 94, watch for the delays as you're making your way from 20th Street all the way to Hawley Road. And then eastbound 94 is backing up from 164 past Highway F to Springdale, back on the brakes from 84th to Hawley Road as well. Traffic is brought to you by Discount Liquor. Grab your beer, liquor, and wine fast at Discount Liquor, where the checkout moves way faster than holiday traffic. 51st in Oklahoma and Barstow in Maine in Waukesha. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny with a high of 37. Tonight, increasing clouds will have some rising temperatures with a chance of showers, a low of 34. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Take a trip to Jackpot Land at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. Play with your Potawatomi rewards card for a share of $300,000 each month and entries into December's Jackpot Land drawings, where another $300,000 in cash and prizes is waiting to be won. Plus, your drawings from September, October, and November all count as well. It is only at Potawatomi. More information is available online. Must be 21 years old and a rewards member to play.
On this show, it's always football season.
So now Jeff Hafley's going to have to get more creative. Everybody will have to bow up and do things. And the main guy is Jordan Love.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
This went from a defensive-led team to now Jordan Love. Put him on your back. You're going to have to get the cape out.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Christmas is a time of generosity.
Kessler's wants to be generous, and we suspect that you want to be generous too. Let's team up.
This year, we're going to make it possible for you to be more generous than ever.
Number 1, Kessler's has a big selection of delightful diamond jewelry priced at $150 on up.
Number 2, great gifts at affordable prices such as sterling silver earrings, pendants, and bracelets to fit every look and every personality.
Number 3. With your purchase of more than $299, you'll get a bonus gift worth at least $90.
You can choose from a lucky 4-leaf clover pendant
or a 22-inch stainless steel curb chain, ion plated in yellow gold.
And please, please don't get all cleaned up and dressed up. This is Kessler's, your home away from home.
If you're wearing muddy boots and your pajama bottoms, that's totally fine.
We've all done it.
Come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you and our holiday hours, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
College hockey fans, get ready because the ice is heating up in Milwaukee for the Quick Trip Holiday Face-Off. 4 powerhouse programs, 2 action-packed days, 1 champion. It's Wisconsin, Boston College, Lake Superior State, and the defending national champion, Western Michigan. Battling it out December 28th and 29th at Fiserv Forum. Feel every bone-rattling hit and every clutch goal as these elite programs collide for holiday bragging rights. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today at Ticketmaster.com or the Fiserv Forum box office. The Quick Trip Holiday Face-Off. 4 teams, 1 trophy. Who will own the ice?
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I'm telling you, don't doubt his story because he heebie-jeebies at certain times to miss field goals.
Yeah.
Gabe, I showed you how he does the heebie-jeebies,
Heebie-jeebie,
right?
heebie-jeebie, heebie-jeebie.
You take your
heebie-jeebie.
fingers and you rub them back and forth on your thigh and you go heebie-jeebie, heebie-jeebie. Swear the guy bats 100%. So to call him a liar and he puts a curse on you?
Look, I'm not calling him a liar.
Yeah, you are.
On 94.5 ESPN.
A lot of people looking to help you out, big guy, on the Carpless Talking text line. Steve saying, hey, you can order stamps for the post office online. They'll literally bring them in your mail the next day. Matt in Lake Mill says, Quick Trip sell stamps. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to do you much good down there in Tampa. Justin in Jacksonville says the UPS store will have stamps. And Nick points out, the guy complaining about standing in line for stamps thinks he'd have the patience to live in the Stone Age.
Sure.
Ian in East Troy thinks that you are going to complain about the price of stamps now. I thought they were saying, quote, I thought they were like 50 cents.
Can I guess?
I have no idea what the cost of a stamp is, but I can look it up real quick.
65 cents. Who uses stamps anymore? I agree with you.
Also, the post office is generally pretty empty now because it's people don't use it as much as they used to.
Yeah, but I'm going to the UPS store, so I'll just get them there.
Also, but you remember tried to make us sound like idiots for implying that a shipping place would have stamps. I'll take my apology now.
Because no, it's a competitor. Why would you help out a competitor? Huh? We're not sending content to our competitor, are we? Of course not.
I mean, technically we are. They can hear it.
It's fair.
They could log on to YouTube, turn the radio on.
I guess you're right.
Packers and Bears this Sunday. Chewy seems upset that the Packers are favored in this game. It is down to 1.5. So that's where it opened, went to 2.5. Now it's back down to 1.5 it opened at Packers -3 over at DraftKings and has dropped down to 1.5. Packers favored in this game. ESPN football FPI, their index over there gives the Packers a 60% chance of winning this game. So this is a situation, Chew. Why are you so confused that the Packers would still be favored in this game?
0 pass rush. Absolutely 0. Absolutely 0. I mean, you're counting on Rashan Gary when his job just got tougher because Micah Parsons went down. Do you think he has a switch where it's like, Parsons is here, I'll kind of like do my thing?
I mean, I hope he doesn't have a switch. But if he does have a switch, it would be helpful if he decided to turn it on now. Yes.
And then what's Lucas Van Ness's deal? I just don't get. You're in a boot after the game?
I'm guessing, well, they've been doing that with a lot of guys where they've been trying to protect it the best they can. I mean, they did that with Savion Williams. And now Savion, obviously.
Savion was in a boot, played, went back in the boot, and then missed games.
Yeah, and now has missed games.
I just don't understand it. And then did they come out with designations yet, or does that come
No, that'll come out. That'll come out on Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday will be the after practice, the day of those designations, because Thursday's like Friday.
Yeah.
So they need that final injury designation out by then.
I mean, because there's always someone always gets blamed when the season ends if you don't win it all.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about it, how like there is a number of guys that came back, weren't ready to come back, and then are out for another couple games. If this thing goes south, like it's got the potential to do, is there going to be scapegoats? Because I remember years strength coaches got fired because there were too many hamstring injuries or too many ACLs or something like that. Is there going to be a scapegoat, you think?
I don't, because all the injuries are just so different, right? Like I don't think you can blame a coach or a training staff for Micah Parsons blowing out his ACL.
Like, I'll give you a great example. What the hell happened to Marshawn Lloyd? What was his deal? I thought it was a hamstring.
Well, no, so it was not a hamstring. It was now I'm blanking on what it was that's kept him out this long. But then while he was working his way back, he had another hamstring injury. So he's not going to be activated.
No, I just read somewhere, Gabe, that he's done for the year.
Yeah. Well, they haven't officially done that, but Matt LaFleur insinuated as much yesterday. That he is not going to play because of the hamstring injury that he is now. And they sent him, I mean, Christian Watson, remember, he had so many hamstring issues. They sent him to, I don't know, for lack of a better term, the Hamstring Institute in Madison.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing this offseason with Marshawn Lloyd, and they still just can't quite figure it out. Why he's got as many hamstring issues as he does. I mean, he's going to be on the team. He's on a rookie deal.
I know, about one more year.
I mean, I have no idea, but you have to be like the only one that I can think of off the top of my head who is a significant enough draft pick. So I'm not talking about 6th or 7th rounders, because those guys, end up on a practice squad or do whatever quite often. So I'm talking, first 4 rounds. I mean, Jamon Moore is the only one that I can think of that did not finish out his rookie contract. And he was bad.
Wolf,
like, he was out of the league after that bad.
I wonder what Ron Wolf would do with this team. I mean, he called us essentially farting the wins.
Yeah.
I think his tolerance is a lot less than Goody's.
Well, but you guys were a fart in the wind because you only won 1 Super Bowl. Like, this team wouldn't even register. Like you can't get to that level until you win that championship.
Yeah, but I love how Ron just told it the way it is. I love Jason's story about the punt returner where he said, I guess I drafted the wrong guy there.
Screwed up on that one.
Why don't they rip on players more? I wish they could do that.
I mean, because
I know why.
But also,
I know why, because
Chewy, they also, again, you were in it, and they probably ripped on you behind closed doors, but they didn't rip on a lot of players out publicly. Like, Ron said that, but nobody reported it, and you notice when Jason tells that story, he doesn't say who the player was either. Like, that wasn't a story that came out in the immediate aftermath. It came out after Ron was done.
You think LaFleur isn't ripping players in front of other players? Holmgren used to. He might not say your name, but everyone knew exactly who they were talking about if they did stupid stuff.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that behind closed doors is more critical.
I doubt it. These players are too sensitive. Is that a good word?
I would bet, much like there is at every company or every place of work, there are certain people you can get away with saying certain things to that you wouldn't say to others. And Josh Jacobs, do you think Matt LaFleur and him have lamented on some guys they think might be taking an injury and letting it go too long? I'm sure
like
that
Holmgren ripped on me so good, and I think I was in like my 6th or 7th year that I kind of laughed. It was a great rip. I dropped the ball, and he came running off the field. He said, "Catch the ball, or I'm going to move you to left tackle." Good pop. Fair.
Yeah, but again, like you have lamented about how you were the designated yell guy. I'm sure there were guys that Holmgren, he knew he could be hard on you. I'm sure there were guys that Holmgren also knew he couldn't be as hard on.
Yeah, there were a few. But for the most part, he was...
Have you seen the way Matt LaFleur screams at Keyshawn Nixon? Doesn't seem to hold much back there.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And again, like early Brett, even with Holmgren, Holmgren got on him. Yeah, he talked about replacing him. Once Brett won an MVP, how often did you get yelled at instead of Brett?
Often. Well, Andy would take the brunt of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Andy
because Mike knew that he couldn't yell at Brett anymore, but he still wanted to yell at someone, so he found somebody else to yell at. So I think there are guys like that in every era where, some guys you can yell at, some guys you can't.
And he found out yelling at Frank really didn't work. Because Frank
yells back. Because Frank yells back. And Frank will probably yell some hurtful things back.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, he does.
So, I think that's just the situation that the Packers find themselves in. AC Antosa points out that Franklin messed up his neck in his second year. He was a second-round pick. Yes, that was a Ted Thompson pick. I was talking more of the Brian Gutekunst era.
What player did he say?
Franklin. He was a running back for the Packers who messed up his neck. Same thing with Terrence Murphy, who was a wide receiver that was drafted.
Injury stuff.
Murphy had to retire.
Yeah. I believe so did Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, so that's more on their own accord.
Very rarely do you just take the rip card off on a player just for their lack of talent. There's usually something for them to do. And if that's just be really good on the scout team, then that's what you got to do.
Well, and so, again, that's the thing. Like, I have no idea what the future holds for Marshawn Lloyd. I feel very confident in him being on the roster, though. Whether or not he stays healthy is another thing, but I can't imagine the Packers are just going to go, let's move on, especially when you're going to be on a cap crunch and you're trying to figure out who's going to stay, who's going to go. Keeping
got one
high
more year, and that's it.
Keeping high draft picks.
One more year, and then you got to say, all right, enough's enough.
I honestly don't know that.
3 years in a row of...
I have no idea, Chew. Because, again, rookies on those contracts very rarely get let go. It's again, the same reason why, everybody sticks. I mean, it's the reason why Josiah DeGuara stuck around for the entire length of his contract. Because that's what you do with draft picks. Those guys are cheaper because you can't replace them with veterans because they're cheaper than veterans.
Yeah, but the only one that loved him was LaFleur, right?
And I don't even know if
he's out of the league. He's got to be out of the league.
He's on a practice squad somewhere.
He was playing for some.
Yeah, I saw him playing a game this year.
Wasn't it against the Packers?
Might have been.
He was with Jacksonville. Didn't he go to Jacksonville?
Yes, I don't know if he's still there.
Cardinals.
Oh.
So that's where we saw him.
Yes.
When the Packers played Arizona this year. He is with the Cardinals.
All right.
Transform the way you do business with Fifth Third Bank's commercial payment solutions. The market of expertise and managed services streamline your entire payment process, seamlessly integrating your existing systems to give you unparalleled control. Discover new revenue sources, save time, reduce operating costs, and boost your bottom line with their customized payment solutions. Fifth Third Bank National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 43 backing up from just south of Hampton all the way down to Locust. Northbound's backing up out of the Marquette up to North Avenue. We've also got delays on 4394 coming out of the Mitchell interchange around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. You're back on the brakes from Lincoln to the high-rise bridge. Westbound 94 delays out of the 25th Street area to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's backing up in Waukesha County right past Highway F and then back on the brakes from 84th Street to Holly Road and out out of the stadium interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 37. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, rising temperatures, a chance of showers, a low of 34. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
St. Nick meets St. Kate. I'm just telling you that the holidays are in full swing at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines a little bit brighter. They've got unique gifts at the holiday marketplace. They've got unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining. And, of course, they've got the Brunch with Santa, a family favorite event filled with joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel. Just visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all of the festive details.
The president of James Imaging Systems, Tom Tegeter.
As I reflect on the 2025 performance of the James Imaging Systems team, I'm inspired by their power of action, reliable follow-through, and ability to consistently connect with our clients. So thank you for helping our clients grow, profit, and thrive. In addition, I'm humbled by the trust our clients place in the James Imaging Systems expertise to help them succeed, now and in the years to come. As your local business technology partner, I extend my appreciation and gratitude for your ongoing loyalty. Looking forward, I feel that as individuals and as a community, if we display the power of positive action and authentically strive to find common ground, then our local communities will be stronger and our family connections will be secure and enduring. To everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless America.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
The holidays are full of moments worth saving. Family dinners, cozy nights, holiday parties that last all night. And Carbless makes every one of them better. Crisp, refreshing, and full of flavor. 0 sugars, 0 carbs, and only 100 calories and gluten-free. Carbless is the gift that keeps on giving. A guilt-free cocktail that never compromises on taste, turning every sip into a little celebration. This season, bring bliss to every holiday moment with Carbless. Full of flavor, no compromise.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO-certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night Show for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What's the one thing you say almost weekly here on the show?
Let's eat.
Try again.
I don't know.
What's the one thing you've got?
Big boobs.
You've got time.
Oh, time.
You've got time.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
We got there.
Took off. I needed a few more hints.
Yeah.
What?
You put you in a... That's Dave's fault.
On 94.5 ESPN.
If you missed our conversation earlier today with Adam Schefter, the Adam Schefter Show, sponsored by the Island Resort and Casino, where big wins and big fun come together. Book your total experience getaway today at islandresortandcasino.com. Of course, check out the Adam Schefter interview, part of our podcast, on the ESPN Wisconsin app. It doesn't happen very often where Rashan Gary speaks to the media. Now, he's spoken after games, but as Jason has pointed out when he's joined us, Chew, that Rashan a lot during the middle of the week when the locker room's open for media to come in, he doesn't really come out and speak to the media. But I don't know if he felt that this is a big week and a lot is falling on his shoulders, so he felt like he needed to speak. So here are some of the cuts from Rashan Gary, and it starts by, he was asked how much more does he need to do with Micah Parsons out for the season.
I just got to be myself. When guys thinking that they need to do more than what they've been doing, you start to strain, start to try to find plays that's not there. And throughout the season, man, I've been doing a great job of being effective, being myself, and I know if I keep playing at a high level, keep playing how I'm playing, the plays are going to come, and it's going to be right what the team needs.
How about this? Rashan Gary.
Great part?
What's that?
What was the great part?
He thinks he's been playing great.
Okay.
Because he's just trying to do his 111th.
Oh, man, I've been doing what I've been doing, man. That's all 111. Like I've been saying every time we talk, as long as 111 is on the same page, we're going to be fine. But once again, man, if I do what I got to do, I'm a big part of this team, and we're going to be right where we need to be.
All right. Okay. I don't know if Chewy feels better necessarily, but Rashan Gary. But how does Rashan feel about his season so far?
Season been good, man. We've been winning. A lot of improvement from last year. And then we had the final stretch where, like I said, we got the pen on paper. Big games coming. So that means a lot of big plays is able to be made and able to come.
Feeling better? Okay, Chewy's taking off his glasses. So Rashan also talked about the defensive meeting after the loss with the Broncos.
Just understanding, we had a tough loss, but understanding we still got everything in front of us. And, the guys that pull aside, it's going to be a big reason where we're going to end up being in the end of the season. So everybody got to keep their head. Everybody got to stay focused and make sure that we're doing our 111.
Do you feel better about Rashan Gary playing well in this final stretch of 3 games, Chew, now that we've heard from the Packers' defensive end?
Sure. I played with delusional players. He's clearly delusional.
Here's the thing that I just haven't been able – and again, he's not the only player who's ever been like this, obviously, Chew, where they have these really good spurts of the season. And I know sacks can be fickle at times. They can come and go, right? Like you just don't have any opportunities for whatever reason. But this is a long time to go without a sack. How do you explain him? Again, it wasn't that long ago. This dude led the NFL in sacks when he had 7.5. He hasn't had a sack since, but he led the league in sacks. How does that happen? Like, how do you go from having that many in a short period of time? And again, this isn't the first time it's happened with him, where he, a couple of years ago, coming off the ACL, he got to, I believe, 9.5 on Thanksgiving. And we thought he was going to get his first double-digit sack season, and then he didn't have a sack the rest of the season. So this seemingly is a recurring theme with Rashan. But how do you explain that as somebody who played in this league?
How I would explain it by looking at it would be lack of conditioning, lack of effort. I played with Tom Coughlin at Boston College, right, for 1 year. And he's the only coach that ever verbally tracked loafs. Now, you're not going to tell me, and Josh, you're the one that brought it up, when Micah Parsons ran by him. Yeah. You're not going to tell me that that's not a loaf. And in my day, you get called out for that. The Packers are doing themselves a disservice if they do not call him out for that and say, hey, Rashan, what is this? What is this? Is Micah that much faster than you? Where's the effort? I just don't know if they do that anymore. It's just, I don't know if they call these guys out. Look, you're a 20-something million guy, right? You ain't playing like it, man. You ain't playing like it. And if he fights you back, you fight him back. What's he going to do? Play worse?
I just have a hard time rectifying him through 7 games having 7.5 sacks and nothing since then. Again, I can understand a little bit of a stretch, a 2-3 game stretch where you go without a sack. That happens. But this dude, after the Pittsburgh game, was among league leaders in in sacks, led the league in sacks.
I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you think of his effort?
Again, I think where Parsons runs past him, I look at that as more of a Micah Parsons is a freak. But there have been other times where he's been chasing after the quarterback. I know that Josh has pointed out where that quarterback turns the corner and he just kind of stops instead of. Again, is he going to chase the quarterback down if it's a straight line foot race? No. But how often do you see where a quarterback turns that corner, sees somebody else, tries to avoid them, and then they get hit by a pursuing guy from the back?
Yeah.
Right? So
and then the ball comes out.
And then so like giving up on that play is not great, is what I'm saying. Like the ones giving up on those, like Micah running past him, it doesn't look good, but it's also an example of Micah being a freak.
Worlds, yeah. To me, it's the stuff when the QB gets the corner and we start jogging and slow way down and just sort of give up.
Yeah.
Like that's the problemsome part. Because
And
again,
that's
you
something
can
I
still
hadn't seen prior to this.
because you had mentioned, as you just said, Josh, a lot of times that quarterback, once they turn that corner, if there's nothing but green grass, I understand jogging because he ain't catching him. But if there's somebody to slow him down, you've got an opportunity to get a big hit on that guy and potentially punch the ball loose as a second guy coming from behind.
I mean, we've seen defensive tackles make those plays.
Yeah.
Like 300-pounders who just don't give up, and they just keep running because you never know when the ball carrier is going to make it back towards you.
It's nothing drives coaches more than lack of effort. Lack of effort drives them absolutely crazy. And I'll give it, and this is one of the reasons why they got rid of Wayne Simmons. Whether it was a mistake or not. Wayne would sometimes play, and Wayne sometimes wouldn't. And it would drive them nuts. And everyone thought they were too afraid to approach Wayne. Fritz had to kind of do it a different way. Mm-hmm. And it got to the point where Ron's like, and Mike didn't like Wayne Simmons. He's like, get rid of him. I don't want guys like this on my team. And if I was the coach today, I would kind of be the same way. Feelings be damned. Right? You're going to tell me right there that you're giving 100%. Dude, you play half of the plays. Half of the play. Are you tired? Are you tired from playing half of the plays?
He's never been a big snap count guy, Chew.
I mean, I don't know if they coddle him or what.
So do you have higher expectations for Lucas Van Ness or Rashan Gary these final 3 games?
Lucas Van Ness, because Lucas Van Ness is a high-energy guy. I mean, I don't know what the stat F is his foot is. And you know what I go back to, Gabe? I just went back to it. Remember, was it last year or the year before that Tucker Kraft said something like, guys need to figure it out?
Yeah, that was at the end of last season when he was, after they had lost to the Eagles. I don't know if it was in the locker room in the immediate aftermath or if that was locker cleanout day. I think it was locker cleanout day where he talked about how he felt like he needed to be more of a vocal leader. And if you read between the lines, it seemed like there were some effort issues he was questioning. Yes. But again, I doubt that was a shot at Rashan.
It could have been.
It could have been, But also, I'll give you an example, typically offensive players talk about offensive players, defensive players talk about defensive players.
Not true, Gabe. One of the reasons I can't stand Terrell Buckley is because I'll never forget his excuse for getting torched again. Oh, I didn't know Jim McMahon could throw the ball that far. How the hell would that sit with you as a teammate?
Yeah, not great.
How the hell would that sit with you as a teammate? So, yes. I mean, guys know guys that are lazy, My guess is, he was probably calling out some offensive and defensive players as well. Because some guys, if you guys think every player in the locker room wants to win, you guys are crazy.
No, I realize that.
We all know that.
We all know that.
There's guys that could give a flip.
Yep.
And it is hard to play with those guys. It is really hard to play with those guys.
What's really difficult for me when listening to Rashan talk is it seems pretty obvious he's had a disappointing season, especially the last 6-7 games. And at no point does he say, like, I'd like to get more or I'd like more opportunities or I wish I had a bigger impact over these past few games. And he just never seems to say anything of that ilk. He never seems like you hear even the most accomplished guys being like, I think I could have done more. I think there's even more out there for me. And every time he's got a little bit of the Rodgers, like, nah, everything's good here. Why is it?
Well, my guess, Josh, is he's been coddled his whole career.
Well, but the problem with being like Aaron Rodgers,
right, he had 4 MVPs.
If you're not Aaron Rodgers, it doesn't really work.
Right.
Yeah.
Because while that guy says some things, he's got some pelts on the wall to kind of back up some of the stuff.
Yeah.
What is Rashan Gary leaning on his Pro Bowl season from last year? That's the pelt on the wall?
I don't know what it is, but like I just got to do what I know I can do. Well,
then how come you haven't done it in the last 7 games?
The other 3 guys, I equate with a motor.
Yeah, Ingabare,
Lucas Van Ness, and Ingabare. That's the last thing I say when it comes to Rashan Gary is like, wow, he's got a motor. He's got an electric motor.
Needs to be charged every now and then?
Yeah.
got to plug that bad boy in. That's why you can only play the number of snaps.
I just wonder where they're at with him right now.
Well, I mean, Chewy, they don't really have much of a choice.
For next year?
Oh, for next year, I
that's what I'm saying.
I can't imagine he's on this team next year.
You know who thinks he's going to be on the team next year? Him.
Yeah, but I can't imagine he's on the team. Even if he goes out there and has a sack in every game to get to his first double-digit sack season.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine that, given the money that he's making, and you feel like you can replace him and still get the same amount of production with some other guys that you have on the team.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
That's just kind of where I'm at on that. Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? Now is the time to buy, because Ewald Automotive Group's year-end sale is here. They're saying yes to the lowest prices of the year on over 1,500 new and pre-owned vehicles. Yes to 0% financing. Yes to maximum trade values. And yes to no payments until 2026. It's Ewald's year-end sale. It's going now through, you guessed it, the year-end. I've trusted Ewald ever since I moved to Milwaukee. You should be trusting Ewald as well. So just go to the website, ewaldauto.com. Credit on select models. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Expires month end.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. Greg Matzek, Gary Ellerson, the day after reaction show you need in your life.
Who benefits the most from Micah Parsons being on the field? Secondary. Keyshawn Nick.
It's Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Mondays with Greg and Gary.
If you're a quarterback, you've got to get the football out of your hands before you really want to do it. I mean, everybody's getting their wealth with this, but to me, I think it's really the guys in the secondary.
Live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook Studios from 6 to 8 p.m. every Monday on 94.5 ESPN.
The holidays are always a wonderful time to get engaged.
And this is the perfect year to do it.
Really? Why is that?
We have a special collection of Double Dog dazzling engagement rings for just $3,998.
Tell her what makes them Double Dog dazzling, Monica.
These bridal sets are covered in diamonds and have a 3-carat created diamond center stone.
Wow.
Or you can choose a 3/4 carat natural diamond for just $1,798. And Kessler's will contribute a free 14-carat gold mounting and mount your diamond in it for you.
Wow.
Or you can get 5 matching diamonds side by side that spread all across the top of your finger.
2 carats total weight.
5 big created diamonds in a ring that will rock the house. Tell her how much, Rick?
$1,998.
Wow.
You guessed it, Sarah. We call it the Wow Collection.
18-month financing at 0% is available.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you and our holiday hours, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hi, guys. This is the Rocket Roger Clemens. You don't pitch in the majors for 24 years without feeling it later. Shoulders, elbows, knees. Trust me, pain doesn't retire when you do.
That's baseball legend Roger Clemens.
I tried the ice. I tried rest, PT, nothing really worked. When I heard about QC Kinetics, the concept sounded promising. Non-surgical regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself without surgery. Sign me up, just what I needed, real lasting relief.
Whether you're a former pro, a weekend golfer, or just want to walk around pain-free again, QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge technology and natural biologics to help restore and repair damaged tissue.
I trusted them with my joints. Now I'm back doing what I love.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
The holiday season is here, and the countdown to 2026 has begun at Lake Lawn Resort. With all the holiday stress happening these days, imagine waking up next to a cozy fire in your own private suite along the shoreline of Delavan Lake. Enjoy much-deserved pampering at the award-winning Caladora Spa and special holiday dining options throughout the resort all month long, including at the signature 1878 on the lake. Book your holiday escape today, and don't forget to purchase those last-minute gift cards and receive free bonus money at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything is truly better at the lake.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 28-ounce selective varieties, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, $2.79. 0.75 to 2.64-ounce selective varieties, McCormick packet gravy, 4 for $5. 24 to 28-ounce selective varieties, grown in Idaho frozen potatoes, 2 for $7. 15 to 150-count selective varieties, solo cups or plates, 2 for $7.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top.
Free from Century Foods.
Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What operating system does a Chewy computer run on?
I believe it's a Cat 14.
It's a COS. It's a Chewy operating system.
I was thinking Windows 98.
Yeah, they're very similar.
It's dial-up. Let me get my modem.
Chewy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Chew, I asked Adam about this earlier today. And there was an article over at The Athletic. That's where I got a lot of these numbers from. And they pulled them from the NFLPA. So through 15 weeks of regular season action, 309 players placed on IR. Down slightly, which was 319 through 15 weeks of last year. But in 2023, it was 274. I mean, that's a large jump. 274 players to 319 or 309. It's a large jump, and it's almost one per team more being on IR than even just a couple of years ago. And with a lot of injuries seemingly happening more and more and more, it seems like an 18th game might not be the best for the on-field product. But I know the owners don't care. The owners are going to push for that 18th game anyway. Do you think there's any chance that the players rally together and go, hey, we got to keep this at 17?
No, it's all about money. They can expand the roster, Gabe, if they really wanted to do that.
Which they have in a way with the expansion of the practice squad, right? Yeah. Like that, you don't have to, because in your time, Chew, like we saw just even last week, Phillip Rivers was signed to the practice squad before he got signed. Like Phillip Rivers signing to the practice squad could not have happened back in your day. He had played too many years in the league.
It dilutes the talent pool, that's for sure. But I think the more concerning thing is losing like superstars like Mahomes and
Parsons,
Micah, and things like that. There's nothing you can do about it. I just look back to when I played and how stupid the rules were. Because let's just say Gabe, let's just say, you get hurt the first game of the year.
Yep.
And you're going to say you break your fib.
Yep.
And you're out for 8 weeks. They had to put you on IR. And you were done.
Done for the year. Or carry you and then just make you obviously you would be inactive every week, but a lot of teams wouldn't do that.
There was only 5 on the practice squad.
Yep.
And the roster for game day was 47. And spots were so important, you just couldn't give up that spot, So even though there are a lot of guys now put on IR, I think the system is so much better where they can
because you can be designated to come back.
Sure.
And they've even expanded on that. Because, to your point, when you played, Jaden Reed probably would not have come back.
Oh, no, he would have been done.
Broke his collarbone, out for the season.
Yeah.
Same thing, again, you think back to 2013. Aaron Rodgers was able to be placed on IR, and he was able to be designated for return.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have happened in 1995.
Yeah.
You'd just be done.
There's no way. I mean, they could stomach 4 or 5 weeks. You can't stomach 8 to 10 weeks. There's just no way you can do it with that roster. So I think it eventually gets done. What the trade-off's going to be, I don't know. I mean, I think the playing surface is kind of cooled down.
Well, you got to make sure.
If you looked at the two superstar ACLs, Gabe, those were both on grass.
Yeah, and I think a consistency in playing surfaces would just be good for the league in general in terms of competitive fairness, right? Because not even every grass surface is great. The Packers are playing in Soldier Field this week, which notoriously is
bad.
Is a terrible grass facility because the way the city of Chicago manages it. I mean,
I will say this, Gabe, with almost 100% certainty. the owners are going to get the better part of the deal.
That way to go out of the trunk there, pal. Not really going out on a limb.
No.
That the owners are somehow going to take advantage of the players when we're talking about potentially 18 games. But it was just kind of something, again, when you have two major big superstars tear ACLs in the same week.
Yeah, not good.
It's just worth pondering, even though I agree with you that there's no chance the players are going to be able to organize and come together and somehow get something incredibly advantageous for them.
They're too worried about vacation.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately been the problem for them over the last handful of CBA negotiations. Will the Tausch coming up next.
Southbound 43 backing up from just south of Hampton all the way down to Locust. Northbound's back